the 2020s, electric cars have been moving into the cultural mainstream for a long time at this point. Car companies are doing everything they can to turn their internal combustion cars into interesting, collectible, exciting cars while they still can. Porsche is a front runner in that category, doing everything they can to make the internal combustion as interesting as possible before it goes away. And no more is that clear than this, the GT4 RS. I wanted to show you guys a couple of the interesting details and what makes this car deserving of that RS nameplate. So there are a number of things up front that make this a true RS car. Of course, you can see in the hood these NACA ducts to direct air straight into the cooling system. Of course, on the top of each wheel well, you have these vents to relieve pressure from the wheel wells. And my favorite detail up front is the Porsche crest being replaced by a sticker. Of course, to Porsche, every gram counts, so this sticker is going to weigh a little bit less and of course be a little bit more aerodynamic. Because this is a Rennsport model, there's a lot of changes to the steering and suspension system of this car. The suspension has been stiffened up by over 50% in the front compared to the regular GT4. We have a stickier Cup 2R tire, center lock wheels, and a little detail for the observant is this cut right here harks back to the GT1 of the late 90s, and this will help smooth the air over the side of the car. This big side air intake is trademarked to the 718. Every single car has this, but the RS gives you this additional air intake on the side, a little bit more on that in the future. Coming to the back of the car, we have a swan neck spoiler. The reason Porsche will mount this from the top is because the aero is actually more important to have smooth air under the wing rather than over. So by doing this design, Porsche gets a couple extra pounds of downforce in the car. By far the most exciting piece of this car is the engine. It is the exact same engine used in the 992 GT3. Flat six that revs to 9,000 RPM, has 500 horsepower. This is basically a musical instrument that you can drive. Porsche designed this specifically to have the airbox shared with the interior compartment and these intakes here on the side, letting air in directly behind your head to make this as emotional as possible. The transmission in this K is a 7-speed PDK. It is specific to the GT4 RS with shorter gear ratios than the standard GT4, and Porsche designed it specifically to be as fun as humanly possible. So that is a quick tour of this GT4 RS. Of course, there is so much more to go over with this car once you get it out on the street, but that'll do it for me today, showing you some of the fun details of this car. Hope you enjoyed. Take care.